Hey guys, it's Tim from Pro Wrestling Unlimited, and we're here with our Fastlane review and recap. And you know, I was kind of confused during this show. Was this a Smackdown Live pay-per-view, or was this a Raw pay-per-view with all them Raw recaps? Anyways, we've got Nick with us. What's going on, Nick?
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the show. Thank you guys for being here today. I greatly appreciate it. As a lot of you know, I am on the road right now. I am not at my normal setup, but I'm glad to see all of your lovely faces in here.
Dedication.
Undertaker didn't show up at Fastlane because he didn't fucking have to.
Right? I was telling everybody, don't get your hopes up, and then I get messages, what happened to Undertaker? He was supposed to come out. No, he was never supposed to do anything tonight.
Exactly.
And that photo going around this morning saying that he was 2 hours away, that's from 2015.
Good old 2015.
All right.
So, let's go ahead and just break it down with something that I didn't even know they had in a kickoff match. I didn't even know that was an option.
Oh, the six-man?
Yeah.
They literally announced it at the start of the kickoff show.
Did they? I didn't watch the kickoff show.
I caught the end of this match. They kept saying that Ty Dillinger is a deputy in training with the fashion police.
I like that. I thought that was fucking hilarious.
I'm like, what?
No one said you can't call my guys. We're just doing the recap right now, fellas.
Oh, yeah, we'll open the lines. But
that's why the phone number's on the screen.
So the pre-show kicks off, and it is Ty Dillinger, Tyler Breeze, Fandango taking on Mojo, Shelton Benjamin, and Chad Gable. Pretty much just an all babyface match.
Yeah.
Even though Benjamin and Gable sometimes tease being heels.
Can I just tell you how much I hate Mojo Rawley?
That dude, do.
He is so bad. And the crowd was right. He can't wrestle.
I love how the crowd chanted, he can't wrestle. And then Corey Graves was basically just like, oh, well, the crowd's showing their displeasure for Mojo.
I thought it was funny. Though it was a good show. It was a good way to kick off the match. I thought the crowd was actually pretty hype for Dillinger, which was really, really nice.
Yeah, and Dillinger did get the win, and he has a new finish, I guess.
Ooh, it was like a one knee co-breaker.
Right, it was like he hit the super kick and set it up to where, kind of like when Rollins does his super kick before the curb stomp. Mojo was down on his knees, and like you said, it was basically like a one-kneed code breaker, but different because Mojo was already kind of down.
It was pretty fucking badass. I was a big fan of the move.
Yeah. So, like I said, Ty Dillinger pinned Mojo Rawley, and that team did come up victorious. Moving on to the main show. We opened the show with Shinsegae Nakamura versus Rusev.
Oh, boy. This was a match that was doomed from the start. The fact that you're going to put the guy who won the fucking Royal Rumble, who can't lose, against a guy who's been handed loss after loss after loss, but is still the most over guy on the fucking planet. I don't know why you would book this match in any way, though I did appreciate Aiden English fucking rapping in the beginning.
Right. So you know how for quote-unquote Miz TV, he kind of gets his own mic with like the Miz logo, the WWE logo upside down on the microphone?
Yes.
You see how Aiden had his own Rusev Day mic?
Yeah, that was incredible, and I want to know where I can buy 9 of them.
Exactly. We need those. Anyways,
yeah,
so this is a good match. One thing that was positive was the crowd was into most of tonight. Whether they were cheering or booing, they were into it.
Which I appreciate, because they booed at the points where it felt natural to boo, and they cheered at the points where it felt natural to cheer, and I think the main event even got a "This is awesome" chant.
I believe
it did.
so.
It got a small one.
Yeah, no.
But I appreciate it. Super Say says every day is Rusev Day.
And our old buddy green shirt, tan hat guy sitting front row again.
Oh God, get out of here!
All right, so
out of here.
So a big spot was Nakamura setting up the Kinshasa, but Rusev nailed him with a hard kick. Rusev went for the accolade, but Nakamura escaped it and hit a Kinshasa to the back of the head, and then a second Kinshasa for the win. Let me try this. Let me hate Skype sometimes. The big dog says it's always sunny on Rusev Day.
Yeah,
nice.
And also the chat let us know that we're not live.
It's back up.
Yeah, it's back.
I hate Comcast.
Fucking Comcast fucking sucks a dick.
And they've come out twice in the last 3 weeks to fix it. Still haven't fixed it. I think next thing I'm going to tell them to do is just bring me a new cable box or internet router deal.
You should, but like we said, Shinsuke won. That was the end of the match. Sucks that Rusev's been handing lost. They got to put him something in meaningful soon.
And like I said before, you got lost there. Maybe have him win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Yeah, give him a cool little spot in there.
But I mean, the last two people to win the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, Baron Corbin, Mojo, they did nothing with them anyways, though.
Exactly.
All right, so then we had Bobby Roode versus Randy Orton for the U.S. title. And I'm watching this match, and I'm just like, this is a good match. And I keep on watching, and I'm like, this is not just a good match, it's a long match. Like, I did not expect this match to get as much time as it did. So, like I said, this was a really good match. It was odd. I thought Jinder was going to play into the finish during the match instead of just coming out afterwards. A lot of teases during this match early for the big moves, you know, Orton trying to go for the whoa. Somebody honking their horn. Anyways, Orton trying to go for the RKO a couple times, gets it reversed. And then Bobby Roode would try to go for the DDT, get it reversed. And they kept reversing big moves, but it wasn't like a John Cena match where that's all it is reversing big moves. They threw stuff in there in the middle to make it a good, enjoyable match. Yeah,
I mean, it's as good as a Randy match can be. Those matches seem pretty stale. So I'm glad that there was a Roman match that actually kept me sort of entertained.
So the biggest spot of this match was Orton at a top rope suplex, and a lot of teases, like I said, for the DDT and the RKO. And eventually, the match was won by Randy Orton after Bobby Roode jumped off the top rope and was hit with an RKO. And so Orton wins the championship. He's now a Grand Slam champion. He's won everything in the WWE.
Yeah, he's literally won every fucking title in the WWE. That's awesome. Good for him. I'm genuinely happy for him.
He won Money in the Bank, right? Yeah, I believe so. Didn't he?
I don't think he did.
Hold on, let me look this up, because if not, that's the only thing he needs to win. But I'm pretty sure Randy Orton.
But is that considered in the Grand Slam? Because that's not a championship.
But I said he's won everything, so I just want to see if my everything statement is correct.
And while he does a little bit of fact checking there, we are gonna I'll read a little bit of the chat section here. Damn Grok made Mojo win in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal for nothing. Mojo didn't win the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
He beat Jinder last year. So, yes, he did win the Money in the Bank in 2013. I thought so. So, he's basically won everything. The Rumble. Only thing he hasn't won is King of the Ring.
So, this says, looks like Ziggler versus Shane not happening at Mania. I hope Bryan and Sammy versus KO and Sammy. Sammy's going to be fighting himself, apparently.
Daniel's not cleared. That's all I'm going to say.
He's not cleared.
So after the match, Orton's celebrating with the title for like 30 seconds, if that, and Jinder comes down. Jinder goes to attack Randy Orton, but Bobby Roode saves him and then hits Orton with a DDT, then hits Mahal with a DDT, and Bobby Roode's music plays. So it looks like triple threat at WrestleMania for the WWE United States Championship, and that's 2 triple threat matches now when you put in factor that we're also getting a triple threat for the IC title if that doesn't change.
That's fine.
That's fine. We're getting 3 triple threat matches, it looks like.
Sean Cook, give me a shout. Hey, Nick, give me a shout out, please. No.
Right.
I'm fine with 2 triple threats. That's fine. But because there's going to be people that
there's going to be 3, I think.
That's fine. Who cares?
The tag titles. Anyways, all right. So we go backstage, and Kevin Owens is sitting there, and Sammy walks up, and Owens is like, you lied to me. You said you were going to lay down for me. And Sammy goes, I said I'd lay down tonight. Tuesday, that's a whole different story. And so Kevin was just like, whatever, and walked away. We then got a women's tag team match, Naomi and Becky Lynch versus Natalya and Carmella. Natalya and Carmella won when Carmella pinned Becky with a super kick. Natalya jumped on the apron at one point with Carmella's Money in the Bank briefcase to distract Becky Lynch for the finish. It's not a bad match. I mean, it was good. The crowd was into it. The crowd, I was surprised the crowd was into this match. I thought if there was one match, nothing against the women, but I thought if there was one match the crowd would just be like, about, because there usually is. It would have been this one, but they were into this match as well.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad for the women because they were just kind of thrown together and it all just kind of happened. But they made the best of it. I appreciate that from them, so yeah.
All right, so then we have the Usos versus the New Day with the tag titles on the line. And this was a who can do the other's stuff better. It's basically what this match was.
I don't like it. I'm fucking tired of it.
I mean, I like the Usos New Day, but this was they tried to change things up, and it was just basically the Usos would try to do a New Day move, and the New Day would try to do one of the Usos move, and they reverse it, and then they'd hit it, and they'd kick out, and they'd hit it, and it was just a lot.
It was a lot, and it was just I've seen it too many times.
Exactly.
There's it's kind of like it gets to a point where it's like it hit its peak at Hell in a Cell.
Yeah, I guess you could say that.
Its peak was Hell in a Cell, and by then it was done.
So basically, they hit they hit each other's moves on each other, and about the 8-9 minute mark, the Bludgeon Brothers come out, and they just
can I just say how
everybody.
Fucking happy I am that they finally used the fucking hammers.
Oh yeah.
It took them so long.
So they double team power bombed Xavier Woods on the ring steps. Harper power slammed one of the Usos on the floor. Then Rowan slammed the other. Harper then did a splash on top of both of them. It was a sight to be seen. We made the Bludgeon Brothers look very strong, which I was skeptical that they would.
I mean, fuck, you gotta make them look strong. I mean, they're two big fucking dudes. It's hard to not make those guys look strong. Plus, the way you've been building them against jobbers, you have to.
But how many times have we just seen Rowan and Harper out there just being two guys?
Never.
Yeah, right after they left Bray the first time, and then they realized that they realized, oh, maybe these guys aren't getting over. Let's stick them back with Bray, and then they broke them off again, and they disappeared for a while. It was just. I'm just glad that they're actually making them look like the strong, just badass, we're bigger than everybody, we can beat everybody down kind of guys they should be.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. I mean, that's what they deserve. They deserve that, like...
Yeah, and so...
that dominance.
Right, so since there was no finish, I believe that's going to be the third triple threat at Mania for the SmackDown Live Tag titles.
I'm fine with it, I guess.
So AJ did an interview backstage. He was talking about his match tonight and going on to WrestleMania. And then Nakamura came up and he was like, I hope you win. And AJ's like, hey, stop with your crap. I don't need anything from you. I'm going to go to WrestleMania and I'm going to defeat you.
Yeah.
He was like, okay, cool.
It was a promo, I'll give it that.
So then we had Charlotte Flair versus Ruby Riot.
Oh, boy.
Charlotte retained with a spear and a figure 8. The match was weird because Ruby comes out by herself and then like Ruby Riot showing the confidence that she doesn't need Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan with her. And first chance she got to have the referee distracted, who pops up? Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan. So naturally, here comes Becky and Naomi. Mm-hmm. And so the whole time, Liv Morgan, Sarah Logan, they're teasing getting involved, but they don't really get involved and they start pissing off Naomi and Becky Lynch, and then at one point they go to slide into the ring while the referee's not looking, and as they do so, Becky and Naomi run into the ring to cut them off. They slide out, ref catches Becky and Naomi, ejects them, and they're all freaking out. And so all of a sudden they didn't get involved again as far as the referee saw, but he was like, screw it, I kicked them out, I'm going to kick out the other two as well.
Might as well. Makes it fair. I give it that.
So Ruby's all complaining, you can't kick them out. They did nothing wrong. You can't kick them out. And that led to her losing to Charlotte. But then, so Charlotte's the victor. She's still SmackDown Live Women's Champion. And what should happen? Asuka comes out.
Yeah,
crowd
finally
goes bananas. Asuka comes down, does her thing, her whole entrance, like the full entrance. Like she took her time. Like they told her, hey, just have fun with this. So she went down there.
And she looked like it.
She did her full entrance. She even kind of did her dance as she was pointing to the WrestleMania sign. Never had to say a word. She was breathing as hard as Charlotte was. Like she just had a 8-10 minute match. But that's just how Asuka is, to show how, her aggression is just like, kind of like a Tozawa kind of thing. I was waiting for her to ha, ha, ha.
That's fucking good.
Crowd starts chanting, yes, 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 does the yes sign. Charlotte smiled, and Asuka walked off.
That's fine. I mean,
SmackDown Live Women's Championship match. And I want to read a tweet here. I don't have it pulled up, but I have it on my phone. I don't have it on the screen, but I want to read a tweet here from from Raw Women's Champion Alexa Bliss. It says, I knew. Whoa, I just lost it. It said, I knew that at WWE Asuka was a smart girl. Hope you had fun at Fastlane, Empress.
I mean, I think it's fine. That's just a heel thing to say. I don't think it means anything.
Also, there's an update on Xavier Woods' quote-unquote injuries following the attack from the Bludgeon Brothers. According to WWE, they say, our preliminary diagnosis is multiple thoracic contusions, whatever that means. We're currently in the process.
It means not real.
We're currently in the process of having him evaluated with X-rays and a possible MRI for further damages, such as a ruptured disc or fractures to the spine. So that's where they're going. They're now doing a thing where the Bludgeon Brothers have injured Xavier Woods with a power bomb on the steps. But old Baron, he's fine taking an AA on the steps, and I have something to say about that when we get to the main event.
I'll get there too. We both have shit to say about that fucking main event, dude.
We're at the main event.
Fuck it.
So Shane comes out first.
Already a bad fucking start. Nothing like the biggest match that you fucking hyped up. Let's bring your fucking authority figure to start the show.
The match is getting ready to start, and I'm like, oh, I bet you Cena comes out first just so they can get his booze out of the way. And all of a sudden Shane's music hits, and I'm like, Shane? Is he going to announce something, like make it an elimination match or something? And no, he just comes out, shakes everybody's hands, does a little salute, high five kind of thing, wave at the announcers, and just sits down in his own little Fastlane chair. And I'm like, really? This fucker's getting involved. I knew it.
The minute I heard his song, I was like, why is he here? He's getting involved.
Because I was like, once he didn't announce like a change to the match, like making an elimination or, something, false counting, I don't know. Once he just sat down, I was like, this guy's getting involved. And boy, screw that. Anyway, so match starts out. Everyone's in there. Match starts out. And Cena just hits everybody with the AA, except for AJ Styles. And the two just start brawling. So this match was just a car wreck. Everybody just doing everything. I mean, it wasn't when you say this match was a car wreck, most people are going to say, oh, you didn't like it. No, I didn't. It was a car wreck in a bad way, or in a good way. At one point, Ziggler and Baron Corbin were fighting in the crowd. Ziggler climbed up on the second level.
I lost you again.
Oh, man. Nick. I think we've lost Nick again. This crap is starting to piss me off. Nick, are you there? All right, let's get Nick back. He said, I'm going to kill myself. Nick, are you there?
I'm going to kill myself if your internet continues this.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm calling. I'm gonna yell at somebody tomorrow.
Hey guys. We know it's fucking offline. Thank you.
I mean, it's anyways. So
thanks, guys. Appreciate
where was I?
Anyway.
So there was one point where Ziggler and Corbin were fighting in the stands, kind of in the stands. They were in the crowd, and they went up to like the second level of seats, and Corbin speared Ziggler through some plexiglass, kind of. The glass really didn't break. I don't even know if it was technically plexiglass.
It looked pretty fucking badass.
And then at one point in the match, it was AJ and Owens. They were fighting on the announce table. It looked like someone was going to go through the announce table, but that didn't happen then. John Cena then jumps up on the announce table with Owens. He went to go for the AA, didn't get it. AJ then jumps up there with Cena, and he takes an AA through the announce table, basically dead for the rest of the match.
Yeah.
Like, literally, he was laying there, and I couldn't even tell if he was breathing or not. So, fast forward a little bit. We get back into the ring, and Kevin and Sammy, they're in there. And it's like, what's going to happen? No. Backtrack. I missed something here. Shane McMahon stuff. So, no, wait. I'm confused now. Was Kevin?
You're fine. You're right.
Was the Shane McMahon stuff before the sit down?
Shane stuff. Shane stuff
was before Sammy laid down. I don't know why I'm so confused right now.
No, Sammy laid down.
Okay, that's right.
Kevin, I'll do it. So Sammy laid down. Jericho looked at him and goes, "This is my first time. I'm not sure what to do." At least that's what I thought, in the way of like sex. But he kind of like picks up Sammy in a weird way. Sammy goes for a roll up. Owens kicks out. They start brawling. They roll to the outside.
That's right.
Kevin goes for a apron power bomb. Sammy does the obvious thing and just fucking throws him backwards on the apron. Shane and Sammy start kind of mouthing off to each other, and Kevin goes for a big ol' super kick, misses Sammy, and hits Shane right in the face.
That's right.
And Shane's knocked out, and that kick looked fucking stiff.
Yeah, it did.
That looks
it was loud.
A little brawling later, roll in the ring, and Kevin goes for a pin, and Shane pulls him off. Nice. Great. Yeah, let's have your fucking authority figure continue to get involved in your most high-profile fucking feud on the goddamn roster. Let's have him fucking get involved. And then we have Sammy go for a pin, and hey, fuck it. Let's just have him fucking do it again, because we in the backstage, Shane and Daniel just love jerking each other off, being a bunch of fucking assholes.
Wait. You said Daniel? Where was Daniel? He had a family function. He probably
didn't want to be part of this bullshit known as a pay-per-view.
And so, did you hear what Shane said after he pulled Sammy out of the ring?
I'm tired of this or something.
Yeah, he's like, I'm done with these two.
Then trade them to Raw.
Anyway, so after all that goes down, John Cena's back in the ring with Baron Corbin. John Cena's got the ring steps. He hits Corbin a couple times with the ring steps and sets him up. And this is where I had an issue. So he hits the AA on top of the steps to Corbin and then goes for the pin. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Aren't both shoulders supposed to be down for a pin to be legal?
Was his shoulders hanging off?
His shoulders were hanging off the goddamn steps. At least one of them were. The one that you can see.
I mean, it's... That's a... Tim?
Nick.
Yeah, you there?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure. Yeah, it was just a small thing. I don't think it's worth getting fussy about.
So they're going at it and everything, and then Cena's in the ring at the end fighting with Kevin Owens. Cena takes a pop-up powerbomb. All of a sudden, dead AJ comes back from the dead.
Also known as AJ.
Hits the phenomenal forearm on Kevin Owens, goes for the pin. 1, 2, 3, AJ still the champion. And that is how Fastlane ended. Not with The Undertaker coming out. Not with I thought maybe Shinsuke would come out just to confront AJ, even though they did it already earlier in the night. But yeah.
I mean, I thought it was fine.
That's what happened. Fastlane was
it was all right.
Better than decent. It was I liked it better. Well, I guess as a whole, I liked it better than Elimination Chamber as a whole.
It was weird. It was just a weird, almost like a super episode of Smackdown.
There you go.
Yeah, it was like one of those special episodes of Smackdown.
But now, it's your guys' turn. If you guys want to call into the show, 559-475-8473. The lines are open. Let us know what you guys think.
And the call line is brought to you by Pro Wrestling Tees. If you go over to prowrestlingtees.com/PWUnlimited, pick up a shirt today, or head over to teepublic.com/PWUnlimited and pick up the new My Guy t-shirt.
Also, if you guys want to talk about t-shirts, you can also go over to the TeePublic store and get the PW Mania t-shirt.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Finally got to hit a plug here for our guys over there at Fightful.com. Go over to Fightful.com for all of your pro wrestling, mixed martial arts, and boxing news. They've got live shows all the time, just like we do. Great people over there, Jimmy Van, Sean Ross Sapp. Just go over to Fightful.com and check them out. Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Hey, Tim. Hey, Nick.
What's going on, brother? What did you think of the pay-per-view?
I mean, I thought it was pretty good. It was like just a really good episode of SmackDown, like you said. But I want to talk about Asuka coming to... I don't think that was a good idea, because technically, since she's challenging Charlotte, she'll be on SmackDown past WrestleMania, and she's just on SmackDown now, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, you think Charlotte's gonna? You think she's not gonna win the SmackDown Women's Championship?
Well, no, she will. I'm just saying that she is a full time SmackDown.
Well, yeah, because she's gonna win the title of Mania. She's got to stay on SmackDown. You can't bring the SmackDown title to Raw.
Yeah, but I don't think that's necessarily a good idea, because SmackDown's already rushed. The SmackDown's already rushed as it is. I mean, if you gotta fit 6 people into a 6-pack challenge, or as the main event, how are they going to have time for Asuka?
All right, well, you tell me this then. You tell me this then. Would you rather have Asuka on your brand or a whole bunch of second-rate fucking nobodies like Charlotte, like Becky, like fucking Naomi? They're a bunch of fucking no ones. You need some fucking dominance on that brand. Raw has some fucking dominance with Nia Jax, fucking Nia Jax and Ronda Rousey. Now it's time for SmackDown to get a little bit of fucking credibility. And she's going to go to SmackDown. She's A, going to make SmackDown a fucking high-profile show. B, she's going to put on a ton of great matches. Putting her on SmackDown is best for her because on Raw, she'll get overshadowed. But thank you for your call. I do appreciate it, man.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Have a good night.
That came out a little there, didn't it?
No. You're not wrong. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I think Asuka going to SmackDown is good. You need some change every once in a while.
Exactly.
So, I mean, if anybody else would like to call in, the phone lines are open. 559-475-8473. Got a call right here.
Don't trust
Passing by says he just called Charlotte a nobody. Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Hey, what's up, guys? What's going on?
Pretty good. Yourself? What do you think of Fastlane?
Fastlane, I mean, it was good. It was like what you guys said. It kind of reminds you of like a super version of SmackDown Live, but overall it was good. But I have a question. I do have a question though. Now, I guess maybe it's official with Asuka, challenging Charlotte for the SmackDown Live Championship. So I'm guessing, does that open the door to what we saw at Raw as a possibility of a Nia Jax, Alexa Alexa Bliss match at WrestleMania because of the promo where it was like Bliss. And I'm going to be honest, I didn't like how they made Jax look weak.
That's the exact plan.
Her crying.
Yes, it will be Charlotte Asuka. It will be Charlotte Asuka for SmackDown and Alexa Nia for Raw. And I believe that we will have 2 new women's champions at WrestleMania.
Right. Yeah, because I was thinking, I'm like, soon as I saw it, I was like, yep, Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss for the title at Raw, because, I mean, it makes sense. Plus, I mean, it's about time Nia Jax at least gets an opportunity to, get a chance to at least, go for a championship, because, look, she lost to Asuka. Then it's like, you would think that she would be dominant, but it was the way that she's been booked that's kind of like made her weak, Mm-hmm. So I think it's good. I think that would be a good thing, for her to get, booked.
And I think it's going to be interesting how they set this match up, because if somehow Kurt just comes out and says that Nia's getting the match, then Alexa can do the whole, well, she lost to Asuka twice. She hasn't been winning. So it's going to be interesting to see how they make the match official and the storyline they go with going forward. So I am kind of interested to see how they set it up going forward.
Right.
Because there's ways, there's ways where Asuka or Nia can be like, well, you were me, you've said all these kinds of things and this and that, and you've really not had my back when I've had your back. But then you got the thing from Alexa where she could say, well, you've been losing a lot, you don't deserve it. So we'll have to see how they set this up. I think it's going to be very interesting. But thanks for the call and have a great night.
You too. Thanks, man. Have a good evening.
I'm gonna cut a fucking promo here.
I want to say one thing really fast from what I saw on the
Go
show.
ahead.
Let me find who said it. True Flight 1K said Charlotte needs to be heel. So now I ask you guys, you think Charlotte's going to be the heel and Asuka the face, or is it going to be face versus face?
I think it'll be heel face probably. So
go for it.
I got something to say. Mojo Rawley takes to Twitter. Quote, "You think I care about being a wrestler? I'm a fighter. I'm a real athlete. And I am a WWE superstar. And that out there was nonsense. Everyone better watch their backs." All right, listen up here, you fucking failure of a football player. All right, you don't care about being a wrestler? Get the fuck out of this fucking business. You are fucking holding everything down on SmackDown. You are awful. Nothing about you is good. You were mediocre on the Hype Bros. All that you were good at was running in a fucking circle, making fucking gorilla noises. You couldn't cut it as a fucking Green Bay Packer, my guy. couldn't go to the fucking CFL. You tried to fucking cut it in wrestling, but the crowd sees through you, motherfucker. We see through the shitty fucking dollar store face paint. Get the fuck out of the ring. If you got something to say, Mojo, my Twitter's at PW_Armstrong. Suck my dick.
Well, that's how Nick feels about that.
That's my fucking message to Mojo's a disgrace to wrestling. The fact that, whether this is character or not, when he says, you think I care about being a wrestler, that right there immediately tells you that he doesn't give a shit about any of us. He just cares about a fucking paycheck. He's the reason that I hate watching wrestling half the time, because of people like him.
He's trying to be what WWE wants us to think Brock Lesnar is.
Exactly. But he's not. He's just a no good, couldn't cut it football player. And that's all he'll ever be. And I want him to know that.
Okay. With that, let's take another call. Whew.
That was rough.
Caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Hi, I'm calling to talk about John Cena.
Sure.
John Cena, so how do you set up the match, presumably tomorrow night?
So you're asking how they set up Undertaker Cena?
Yeah, Undertaker Cena tomorrow night.
All right, I'm going to fantasy book this. I have no inside knowledge, but this is exactly how I would do it. So Cena comes out tomorrow night on Raw. First thing, kicks off the show. And he doesn't quite cry, but he's right there. He's so emotional. He says, oh man, guys, I guess, I didn't do it last night. I didn't win that six-pack challenge. I didn't win the WWE Championship. I've lost my road to WrestleMania. And the crowd chants whatever they want to chant. He reacts to however the crowd goes. And he just hangs his head down. And he goes, well, I guess if I don't have a road to WrestleMania, there's no reason for me to be here for the rest of tonight. And so as it looks like Cena's leaving, it looks like he gets out of the ring. And as he goes to walk up the ramp, the lights go out and the gong goes off. Now, whether Undertaker appears or not, that's irrelevant. All we need is that gong to go off and the lights to come back on, and either Undertaker be there in the middle of the ring so Cena can turn around and see him there, or something either on the big screen or some sort of an artifact that signifies the Undertaker that Cena can look at and be like, oh, crap, maybe this is possible. And that's how we set up Undertaker John Cena, where Cena just thinks it's all over. He has no reason to be around right now, and he's just going to leave. And then boom.
Retirement match?
I don't think it's a retirement match. I don't think Cena... I almost made a video about this today. Cena can't have a retirement match unless he wins against The Undertaker. Cena can... For what he said about The Rock, about, oh, you left for Hollywood and you've abandoned the WWE, I think he's going to need to be a part-timer until he literally can't go no more. Because, he'll be a hypocrite.
My second question would be, is there any chance you think AJ Nakamura main event WrestleMania?
No.
Because we all know that's the real main event.
No, the main event is looking like it's... They've been hyping Brock Lesnar Roman Reigns for a year, so that's what they would want. But at the same time, they could go, oh, well, women just main evented WrestleMania with Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle versus Stephanie and Triple H. I can honestly see that happening, so they can tout out women main evented WrestleMania. It's going to be one of those two matches, and then AJ Nakamura is going to be somewhere in the middle of the card. Kind of like the WWE title match was last year.
Well, keep up the great work, guys, and I'll continue to listen to the show.
All right, thank you.
Thanks,
have a great
man.
night.
Love you.
Thank you very much.
I just want to give a shout-out to, I'm going to butcher her name, Katie Jardine tweets at PW Armstrong versus Mojo Rawley. Book it, someone. So basically, hey, Mojo, ball's in your court, baby boy. Come on.
He's going to bring Gronk with him.
Good. Bring Gronkowski. I'll bring Corbin. They're all second-rate football players. Gronk isn't even that good anymore.
He was. Never mind.
Good. I'll bring Jinder.
Oh, Lord.
I'll bring Jinder by my side.
That'll work.
I'll bring the modern-day Maharaja. What's he going to have? A retired football player? Big whoop.
All right, let's take another call.
Dude's made of glass.
Anyways, caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Hello. I just want a quick rant about people, overrating Nakamura. I don't see the appeal. What do you guys see in Nakamura?
I think what we see in Nakamura is something that we never really got to see in WWE. Tell me a guy that wrestles the style, has the charisma, has the can-do attitude, has the look like Nakamura. Name a guy like that.
Okay. Go for it.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess so, but I guess I have a different taste in wrestlers.
Exactly, and that's
it's opinions.
Yeah, I just don't see anything. Well, yeah, I don't see anything special. I mean, I guess people say he's good, but like he is kind of sloppy in the ring, and there is.
But you have to look at okay. They say he's good.
You got to realize how. Go ahead, Tim.
So people say he's good because they're referring back to his Japan days when he had top-notch opponents. Now he's on SmackDown facing guys like Baron Corbin. You have to look at the level of opponents he's now facing. Nothing against Rusev, but he's going in there with guys like Baron Corbin and Aiden English and just all these guys that are subpar at best. So for someone to say, well, everyone says he's so good, but I don't see it, you have to take into consideration everyone that says he's so good is still hyped on his matches in Japan with AJ Styles, Tanahashi, Okada, Naito, Ishii. It's night and day.
Oh yeah. Having matches against guys like Naito and then coming to WWE and trying to wrestle Baron Corbin and English, like you said, no disrespect to them, but they're just not the top of the line competitors that you see in Japan. Now, I really like what Maximus Sembrowski said here. His booking was very questionable at first, which may also hinder a lot of people's opinions of him.
Exactly. So, I mean, you get him in there with better people, have better matches. But I do got to shout out Nicole Paulus for the $6.99 super chat donation. She said Undertaker's clothing in the middle of the ring, exactly how it was left last year. That would be a good one. Like I said, you have something sitting there, if it's not going to be Undertaker, you have something that signifies Undertaker.
Yeah. So thank you for the $6.99, Nicole. I appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Let's take a few more calls here before we wrap it up. What? I'm going to look something up. But caller, you're on the air. What's going on?
Hey, how you guys doing?
Pretty good yourself?
What's your question, my guy?
So after WrestleMania, if Nakamura wins the championship, what do you think will happen after WrestleMania with him?
I'm gonna go ahead and assume that you'll get another maybe month to 2 month feud with AJ, kind of wrapping that up. And I think that a natural progression. Fuck it, if I really want a fucking fantasy book, he goes into a fucking thing with goddamn Rusev. You give Rusev a title push right there, but. I think if we're talking right after Mania, this Styles thing is going to go on a little bit longer.
All right, thank you.
No problem, man. Have a good one.
I've got late breaking news. Jeff Hardy was just arrested. I don't know if it was
Hardy
just.
Gets arrested.
I don't know if it was just but yeah, Jeff Hardy's been arrested. Yesterday.
Was it
yesterday for
DWI? Driving while intoxicated, right?
Yes, sir.
I know my laws.
Wow, he was set to come back. Like I don't know if he was, but I was expecting him to be in that Ultimate Deletion that they filmed on Friday. Fuck, man.
That's rough.
Yet Uso, I think it was Jay, got arrested for DWI recently. They did nothing with it. So hopefully they don't put Jeff's past against him.
I don't think they will. I think he's fine. I mean, he just got arrested. It happens.
I don't know all the details. I'm still trying to look into it.
I probably should. Wait, no. Let me take that back. Getting arrested doesn't just happen. Let me rephrase that. It's a common thing. People get arrested all the time.
Gotcha. All right. So it says that Jeff Hardy was arrested last night at 10:20 p.m. and he was released an hour later.
Yeah. So he's fine.
Hopefully, it's all good. So
if
we do.
Oh man, just watching Fastlane, man. And I'm happy about Randy Orton finally winning the United States Championship, man.
Yeah, we're not giving him enough credit. That's fucking huge for him, man.
He's won every time.
Long overdue.
Yeah,
I think it was. Yeah, and y'all need just a suggestion. I would do a podcast too. I was wondering if you would have any thoughts about having a third host on y'all podcast?
We'll think about it. We'll get back to you, man.
Message us on Twitter at PWUnlimited, and we'll talk about it.
Okay, and also with Asuka, I don't know if y'all seen my comment on YouTube. I would penetrate the shit out of her. I always wanted the Oriental.
Yikes.
Yeah, man. She got. I think I'm the only one that thinks she's hot. I
mean, she's not unattractive.
Thanks.
It's all preference. Some people are into Asian women, some people aren't.
Thanks for the call, man.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it.
Have a good night.
Yeah. All right.
What the fuck?
Well, I guess that's a good way to end this as I go and do some more research on Jeff Hardy.
All right, I'm going to do some research on some old Asuka photos while we're at it.
Yikes.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I have been Nick. You can follow me on Twitter at PW_Armstrong. You can also find me on Twitch at Armweek21, where I've been playing some games lately. I will be playing games next week. I'm in Florida right now. And I'm going to do what that guy did, talking about Asuka, but not with Asuka.
All right, you can find me, Tim, on social media, on Twitter, on Instagram, on Twitch, at TimmyBuddy. And remember, Pro Wrestling Unlimited, we're also on Instagram. Search PWUnlimited. And we'll see you guys tomorrow night live after Monday Night Raw as we recap Monday Night Raw. As always, have a good night, guys.
See you guys.